Do you feel you need to introduce yourself?
Sure, I guess we probably should.
All right.
We're a band called Louden Swain, and we are based in Los Angeles, California.
Totally.
Got it already.
Yeah. All right, that's it. Let's go.
Like, who are you?
It's like teaching architecture to an Eskimo. You show them everything you know. Still gonna build it out of snow. I'm gonna stay with my feet.
We've been together for really around 10 years.
All night.
One day we started writing our own songs, and they were really catchy, we thought. So we decided to play for our friends. This guy was in the audience. So at break time, we were already really drunk, and he was basically like, you know, would you want a drummer? And Mike and I were like, yes, we would very much.
Except I remember you guys asked me if you wanted to go.
Yeah. We were at that time looking for a guitar player, and Billy, he asked if, you know, we were interested in playing with him, and we were so ready for that at that point, and at that point everything would kind of change for Louden Swain, like we became what we were meant to be.
Ooh, the command.
We made an album called Brand New Hurt, the first album we made with Billy. And again, it just felt like a new band for us. It felt like a new sound. And now this new album, Eskimo, is like sort of another extension of that.
The writing process for Eskimo was, at one point we just hit the stride where we just kept writing. I think we had like 2 albums worth of songs that we literally dwindled down to, what, like I said, 13, 14, 13.
Just have a lot to choose from. So yeah, that was a good way to do it, throwing a lot of ideas at the board.
California nation is bringing me round. One big invitation.
You know, like every one, it's like when we sat down to write it, it was like, how are we ever going to write that last album we did? And you have to just kind of let go of that and start from scratch and go, okay, this is a new thing.
Looky-loo, I made it like an art form. I can see you. You're wearing blue.
I would just send, every time I write a song, I have a demo of it, and I'd send it to the guys and see what they think. You know, it's like if they don't respond to it, sometimes I'm like, did you guys get that song?
It's bringing me round. No one told me that there'd be a test. I never studied, but I did my best.
I remember there's a couple times where I love it because I have a melody that I would hear in my head, and it's usually never what Rob will come up with, and it takes me a little while to get used to what Rob comes up with. And then after that, it's just like, once I fall in love with it, it's just like, that's all I hear now. So it was definitely cool to get a different perspective on something that I was hearing. Something.
Carpool Lane was that way. Yeah, and I remember his reaction like, whoa, that's not at all what I was hearing, but I think I like it.
Oh, this mediocrity. The science has got no vacancy.
Like, we're not really trying so hard to be somebody in particular. We're just like, I mean, that's what, and I think that's why we get songs like Past Perfect and Carpool Lane, where it's just an acoustic guitar and vocals, and then we'll have other songs that are a little bit more layered, and then we'll have other songs that are somewhere in between. And
Cut to, yeah, cigarette.
You smoked your last.
We recorded this album at a studio in Pasadena, which was tops. It was like the best studio we've ever worked in. It was amazing. And it shows. It's like we've got a better quality with this record than we've ever gotten before.
So stunning. I couldn't know all my evil ways, my mind is going. Well, then I'm liable for the human race. It keeps me running, looks so stunning. So get up the gamma rays.
So you've just been on a European tour.
Yes, we have.
And the fans were amazing. Like I don't know if we were even ready for how supportive they were.
Being able to go to like Berlin and a place I've never been to and meet people that know of us, you know, and that was kind of trippy. And they were singing along to the words of the songs. They don't even speak the language. You didn't feel so away from home. You know, you felt like they were kind of there to kind of support you and welcome you.
And there were people coming from Hamburg, Germany, who were playing in Berlin, and they drove 4 hours to come see us play in Berlin. And then turned around and drove back home. Amazing.
Stories from the tour?
Steve.
But you will not get too far. Yeah, you're running, but you will not get too far. They're gonna get you.
It's a little scary at first because you're like, they know the old songs so well, and I know when I go to see groups, you're like, come on, play the classics. And so, you know, I'm always a little bit nervous to play a new song because there's that feeling like, okay, you're not going to know this one right away. But I felt like by the end of the tour, playing the Eskimo song, by the end, honestly, I felt like people were singing along to Eskimo.
When we got Billy in the band and we started writing more and we started playing more, we got to this point where we were like not really trying so hard to be somebody in particular. We're just like comfortable, I think.
The older I get, harder I fit, keeping it saving.
This idea of like, you know, you can try to teach architecture to an Eskimo, he's still going to build it out of snow. He's going to be what he is. You're going to be what you are no matter where you are. That theme is sort of in a lot of these songs, always sort of a person searching for meaning in the world and feeling lonely, but then ultimately finding a reason to sort of stand up and go on.
Before we would put out a record and it's like, we're done, let's go.
Yeah.
And now we're sort of taking our time and making sure that we're ready to go.
We've had nice little things happen throughout the years and a lot of hard work and experience behind us, so it's like, yeah, all right, this is where we're at, you know. So it feels good, it feels comfortable.
On nights like this, I long for that day. It's funny how worlds collide, taking it all in stride, seemingly satisfied with this.
There was kind of a goosebump moment too for me too at the very beginning of this album because it starts differently than any of our albums. That song kind of really explodes on and you're like, wow, this is a new band almost.
Something so inviting, first thing in the morning, I'm as equally frightened by the end of the day. I got sand in my pockets, it kinda weighs me down, but I'm happy and holy and free. Smoke fills my belly, a drink in my lungs. Well, I may not be an addict, but I'm turning into one. I got a voice in my
Anything you want to say to your fans?
Yeah, thank you, and get ready, there's more to come, it's just beginning.
Yeah, we have other 20 songs that we didn't.
Yeah,
didn't
it's gonna go.
There's just